Hey, it's Mike at Cross Country Mortgage, and it's Monday morning. It's time for Monday morning mortgage update for the week of March the 25th. Hope you all had a great weekend. I skied a little bit, great powder day on Sunday, worked on Saturday, and spent time with friends. So let's talk about what happened last week in the market and what's going to happen this week. I always try to give you tools, tips, tactics, scripts, things that you can take to your buyers and sellers as they have questions about what's happening in the market. And oh boy, do they have a lot of questions after the NAR lawsuit. Hang on to the end of this video. I'm going to give you some great content that you can use that hopefully is going to give you some education about how to move forward. So what happened last week? Let's just cut right to the charts. This is the trading of mortgage-backed securities in the bond market. This is what this represents. I show you this all the time. When we see the graph go up, that means that money's flowing into the bond market and mortgage rates are going down. When we see the graph go down, that means money's flowing out of the bond market and mortgage rates are going up. Last week, mortgage rates improved. The week before, they got worse. The week before that, they improved. So a lot of volatility. We can see since the middle of December, we've been in a pretty flat trading channel. So all of this volatility has probably changed rates anywhere from 1/4 to 0.3% generally. And if you go back to October of last year, they were over 8%. So we're still in a better spot than we were 6 months ago. So why did we see this improvement? Basically, the Fed met last week. They came out Wednesday afternoon after their Fed meeting and said that, hey, we're not seeing inflation get under control. Yes, we're probably going to cut rates, but it's not going to be till the end of this year, end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter, maybe even deep into the third quarter. So it gave some clarity with the bond traders and the investors that this is probably what's going to happen. And bond traders hate uncertainty. And that's where mortgage rates are traded, is in the bond market. So when we have certainty and some clarity, everybody knows what's moving forward. We also saw the Bank of Japan change their policy that moves forward with increasing their equivalent of a Fed fund rate. And they've been in a negative rate environment. The ECB, the European Central Bank, they're going to start cutting rates. So they're in a similar situation than us, where inflation is not slowing down or it's not going negative. Inflation is just not rising at as fast as a clip. So it's important to understand that inflation still is not under control. It's still going up. It's just not going up as fast. And this week is going to be a pivotal week on that. So what are we looking at? Really two things, the inflation and the Fed, and then some data. So the PCE, the personal consumption expenditures, the number one tool the Fed uses to basically determine their policy and what they're going to do with their Fed fund rate. And that's coming out Friday. And it's an inflationary report that the Fed pays a lot of attention to. It strips out food and energy and just looks at the other commodities and things that drive inflation. And we expect that to be up. It was up last month, expected to go up this month, but it's coming out on Friday, which is interesting. Why? Because the bond market is going to be closed Thursday afternoon because of Good Friday. It will be closed all day Friday. So this huge inflationary report that's coming out that has the potential to move the market negatively because inflation is going to go up is going to come out on a day when nobody's going to pay attention to it because everybody's going to be in the Hamptons or wherever they're going, not trading in the market because it's going to be closed. So that means the following Monday, a week from today, is going to be a very impactful day because everybody's going to pay a lot of attention to what that PCE report comes out this Friday. Yes, it's a short week. So most short weeks, people will park their money in the safer bond market through a long weekend, which could improve rates Thursday, but that following Monday, again, it's going to be a big, big day a week from today. This next thing is the Fed. So the Fed, again, had their meeting last week, but all the Fed members are coming out this week and talking about what they think the market looks like, what they think economic projections are going to be. Are they all in line with what Jerome Powell, the Fed chairman, came out on Wednesday? Are they going to be different? We'll be paying some attention to that. Could it move the market? Yeah, it could. I don't know if it's going to make a big difference. And then a lot of manufacturing news, consumer confidence, housing data, a lot of data coming out in a short week, but really nothing that's going to massively move the market this week. NAR settlement. Big, big news. We're all a little concerned about it. We're all majorly concerned about it. And it doesn't just affect real estate agents. It's also having an impact on lenders. Why? Because we're all in this together. And so there's a lot of fear, a lot of noise, misrepresentation. The headlines are crazy that consumers just don't understand how this works and how it's going to impact their ability to buy and sell a house. But what we need to pay attention to are the controllables. Control the controllables, what we can do to really succeed. And we're going to succeed. You're going to be okay if you take the right path. Is it going to change what you do? No question about it. So I got some resources for you. Below this video, there's a couple links to some great interviews and webinars that I saw last week that I thought were the most relevant. There's a lot of junk out there. There's a lot of fear mongering out there, a lot of speculation when people really don't know what's going to happen. And these two I thought were the most impactful that I had listened to last week. So check them out. Hopefully this gives you some insight on how to move forward. And I'm going to be putting some content out there in the next couple of weeks. It's definitely going to help you put a lot of this in perspective. Have a great, productive week. If there's anything I can do to help you out, let me know, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.